Hello, fixing my camera setup here. Who's here? Let's see, I think that this is gonna go this way. Okay. It's always an adventure doing this here. Try not to make everyone sick. The problem of having it set up before is, I don't know, I guess I could have had it set up before. Let me know who's here, what you're doing, where you're watching from, and if you're working on any art today with me. I will wait a few minutes before we actually get started. Hey Mel, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Nicola, hi. How's everything going with y'all? This one. Oh. Okay. Whew. It is warm. I am looking forward to cooler weather. I miss my hot tea in here. I miss having all the windows open with the breeze. I know it's not a big issue considering all the other problems we have in this world. But in my little bubble, it's hot. I want to be cooler. I thrive when it's cooler. But yeah, I am glad to be here. I'm happy to have y'all join me. I hope y'all are creating something today. What y'all working on? You know what I'm working on. These cat cards left over from last week, and then I drew some more cats today before we started. I'm a little out of practice. I felt like I was getting proportions wrong and stuff, but I corrected it a couple times. Hey Joanne. But yeah, let's see. Melissa's working on cutting balsa wood for more bookmarks. I have several orders for Christmas. That's awesome. I love that. Let's see, who else? It's very hot in Portugal. I don't know what 37 is Celsius. I think you double it and add some degrees. Is that right? I can't remember. We do the whole weird Fahrenheit thing over here. I think it should just be universal. Like, I'm good with Celsius, I just need to learn it. But yeah, I don't even know what the temperature is. It's just hot. And I always feel bad feeling like I'm complaining because I know it's hotter other places. And, but I hate the hum of the air conditioner, and so I turn that off, and I think that contributes obviously to the heat in here, but it's also, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you, Jerry. Yeah, I just am hot, but I'll get over it. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. So yeah, let me know what you're working on today. If you're doing any mixed media or collage, or that's good. That's good news. Okay is good. I had fun this week with some encaustic. I thought they were all over here. Maybe I put them over here. Anyways, here's one of them. I did a little encaustic on these little sample pieces of wood. I mean, they're like made for ornaments or something. But it was a fun way to kind of just get in like a mode of learning and exploring, so I wasn't like ruining. Oh, 98.6. Now I feel really bad for complaining because I know it's not. I don't think we're in the 90s, but I'm using my phone to video, so I can't check. Maybe it's on my iPad. I could probably do that without messing too many things up. Weather, where are you, weather? Oh, here we go. Oh, 87. So it's 87 here. No big deal. I'm not paying attention to anybody's spelling. I was reading and learning, I guess both of them, that one of the main blocks for writers is fear of misspelling. So I had no idea. I used to love writing when I was younger. I wrote in journals, and I stopped doing that when I had kids. I tried to keep it going, but I didn't. And anyways, and now I'm doing morning pages, which is a stream of conscious writing, but I find myself thinking I want to write some of this stuff down where I can read it, you know, because morning pages is kind of like a stream of conscious, just brain dumping, and I can't even read it. I'm writing so fast. But I miss journaling, and also I want to write creatively, you know, and I have so many little stories I want to tell. And so, yeah, I've been looking into that, and the Artist Way was mentioning about how different blocks happen, and one of the blocks for writing is spelling. But I'm not gonna be that person that corrects anybody for misspelling anything. The grammar police used to be a thing. It's acceptable to whine out at the heat. Well, okay, I'll take that as permission. So yeah, today, I want to finish these 2 cards that I started last week, and then I also have supplies out if I have time to make some more cards. And I sketched more cats poses from some of my photos. And oh, I built a catio for in here. Should I show you? I just saw the pose. One of the poses was that he was sitting in the catio, and it's right behind me. So I think I'll show you for a minute here. It won't take too long. But let's see. Take this off. Turn this around. My chair's in the way, which is kind of the only problem. But this is a catio with 2 shelves and a floor. And then you can see there's a gap up here that goes outside, and this blocks it. That piece of wood blocks it, so the catio slides out. I do have to wait until later in the afternoon right now because the way the sun is over here. But that's the newest addition to the bus, and the cats seem to love it. I already had them in there this morning, and they were looking at the creek and everything. And now I think they're over at the home bus catio. So they seem to like it in here, but also, you know, after a few hours, they feel done. I think go to the door and wait for me to take them back to the house bus. But that was a fun project I did this week with my husband, and yeah, they love it. I love having it here for them, and it's good stuff. Hi from Iowa. Happy Sunday, Eileen. Let me know what y'all are working on. We can create together. I have the winter cat card from last week I'm going to finish, and then a blank one. I drew some cats, and I think I'm going to do the butch looking away cat, which is here. It's harder to see because I did it in pencil first, because I had to erase quite a bit. I'm trying to do the proportions, and I haven't spent a lot of time. You know, I was drawing cats like every day for a while, and now I'm not, so I'm kind of out of the groove, I think, if that's possible. But I'd love to know what y'all are working on. I'm getting really hot. Okay, stop talking about the heat, Nat. Just do art. That's me talking to myself. I'm gonna turn y'all around. Yeah, it's a nice treat. I'm gonna turn y'all around, and we're gonna get started. And yeah, let's play. All right, a little bit of wiggling until I get it settled. I think that'll be good. I don't love the iPad in the video, but I need to see y'all's comments, so this is how it works. I went to Walmart this week and I got myself a new pack of Uniball Visions. These are my favorite pens to do line work with. And they are waterproof once they dry, but you have to wait for them to dry unless you want to smear stuff around. But I just love the way they feel, more than the microliner felt ones. I like the ball, the way that is. So I'm going to do an outline of Butch here, go over my pencil, and then let that dry while I work on the winter card. I'm getting close. I'm really, I haven't done any cat cards since last live stream, but every time I do them, I'm like, wow, I'm getting so close. I'm almost done. And it feels, I'm excited to finish them, I guess is the right word. So the big news in YouTube land this week is they are doubling the watch hour requirement to get monetized. Which for this channel doesn't really affect me, thankfully. If I was looking at getting 8,000 hours instead of 4,000, I would be a little bit overwhelmed. But, y'all made it happen, and I'm so grateful. But it doesn't take effect for 6 months, and so I actually have another channel that's not doing anything right now. It's Tranquil Tales and Trails, I think. And it's basically just the cats and Kenzie walking around, enjoying the creek. And we have so much video of that I decided, why not just throw it up there on YouTube. And so now with this little bit of incentive to try to get to the 4,000 hours before February, that's something I've been working on, a plan with my husband this week, is just take more cat videos. So it's kind of low-key, not a lot of work, and an enjoyable thing to watch. All that to say is I had been looking at maybe upgrading my camera. I use my phone that I don't use for a phone, I just use for a camera. And there's some benefits to that because it's kind of always with me, but some of the downsides are that it's always with me, and there's apps and things on the phone that can distract from making videos. And so I've been looking at other ideas to, have a different camera or an additional camera. And then with the cat videos, also, to be able to take the video and put it somewhere else instead of keeping it on my phone, because my storage goes out like that. So yeah, I'm looking at a little camera, and the really fun thing about it is it's small enough to magnetize to whatever, like you can magnetize it to your animal. And so I think that's going to be really fun to see the cats walking around the creek from their point of view. But I can also use it in my art, and I can clip it on my hat, or I can put it on my shirt, and then I can do a different angle, which I have been wanting to try and do. And I don't know that everyone gets bored with the same angle, but I kind of do, and so I want to mix it up a little bit. Let's see, the cats are chill. Yes, they are, and they're both about the same age. They were both born in April of 24. And so I guess that makes them a little over 2. And I think Butch is maybe 2 or so weeks older than Winter. But the cool thing is like we got Winter and we had him for over a year, and then when we came to this property is when we met Butch, and then ended up fostering him in November, and then in January, we just, you know, it all worked out where we could actually adopt him. So they get along great, and they are really chill. And Winter, more so than Butch, is like super zen. You know, like he's just always, except for a little bit of time at 3 a.m. or something. You know, he's chill all day until it's middle of the night. But yeah, so let's get back to work here on my cards. I get excited talking about the cats, and Kinsey, of course, our little long dog. I have this issue where I forget to put the cap on my glue stick. So this one's, I can probably reactivate it, but I don't know where the lid is now. So I gotta go, the final 2 glue sticks that I have are these guys. I need to order some more. But I noticed them coming away here a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Can you guys hear the creek? You have to let me know if you can hear the creek. I can hear it, but I don't know if it's coming through the phone. It's good to sweat, right? That means you're releasing toxins. Isn't that right? I'm trying to think of the positive things about sitting here sweating. Oh man. Tolerance, I think, wanes over time. As you get older, you're like less likely to want to be hot. I tried drawing the cats on this today with a colored pencil. I think I've tried this before now that I'm remembering. But because my regular pencil is so dark, and then I have to erase a lot. But now I think the issue is this colored pencil doesn't erase very easy. So I still have the lines, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Hopefully. Well, this isn't my favorite position for this card, so I might have to make a different card for this one. I want it to be, this one would go good with this cat, Winter laying out. So yeah, we might have to do that one. I might keep that one and then make a new card for this one. You tried the same thing? Yeah. There is a blue, back when I did graphic design before computers, I'm aging myself, but we all know I'm approaching 60, so no big deal. Time is a construct, right? Back when I did graphic design the old-fashioned way with press letters and stuff like that, before computers, there was a blue pencil that did not show on the photocopy. So, and it had an eraser. So I need to get one of those. I need to get one of those again. I wonder if they still make those. But yeah, I used to do press-on letters. Oh, wow. I actually preferred that, I think, now that I was so excited when computers came out, but looking back, like, I prefer the analog. It felt better. It felt like it feels now, you know? Like I missed it so much, and I think that's why I love to tear paper and hear that sound, and I love to feel the textures. You know, it's off the screen, and being on the screen for 30 years, I really came to miss it. Came to miss being, okay, let's think about this for a second. If he's sitting like that, we're gonna put a creek down here. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good memory though. Having press-on type flyers with, you know, the little burnishing tool that you use to get the little whatever that material was off of the paper. Get the letter off the paper. Words can be hard sometimes. This needs more. This isn't my favorite glue, but it's what we have, so we're doing it. If we waited for all the right supplies, we would probably never do art. You gotta get good at hacking, right? Hacking things together. I like these flashcards because I can brush up on my math. Speaking of math, it was my least favorite subject in school. Not really a surprise there. I thought it was so dumb to be like, why do I have to hypothetically think about a train going 60 miles an hour, you know, and taking 3.5 hours to get to the destination 435 miles away? Like, I didn't get it. I was like, that's dumb. And I never used that. I never used it. I'm sure there's people that do use that, but I never did. This glue is really being, like, annoying. Sorry, glue, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. The glue says it's okay, I don't have any feelings. I think the heat's getting me delirious here, guys. Okay, that's good. So, might do that. Might tear that though. I haven't seen Caroline on. I hope she's okay. And Allie. I know Emily's going through a storm right now. Probably won't see her today. You get used to seeing people, you know? And then when they're not there, you're like, huh. Hope everything's okay. Did I bring? I did not bring orange tissue paper out. I thought I did. There it is. There we go. You know what I'm forgetting? Newsprint. You saw a video, someone said, what is 1 times, why doesn't 1 times 1 equal 1? Or why does 1 times 1 equal 1? Yeah. Because that's why. Have you seen that guy? He says, because that's why. Like he makes fun of the words that are different, like, I can't think of one right now, but if it's like, wow, brain fart. But basically, like, if a word is spelled the same in the middle, like rough and dough, you know, O-U-G-H. And he does a little skit about it, you know, if rough is R-O-U-G-H, then what is D-O-U-G-H, you know? And his character changes people and he's like, duff. And he's like, no, why would you say that? It's dough, because that's why. Same with math. All the mathematicians are going, gasping. No, that's not why. I hope you know, Joanne, I'm not saying no to you. I'm just saying no to the funny little, I'm using the lingo from the little skit. I don't want that to get lost in translation. That's kind of funky. You ever have times you were just kind of like not feeling the flow? You're just kind of being awkward about it? That's how I feel this card is. It's not really going that smooth. Yeah. The back is kind of wonky, but we'll get there. I'm not done yet. Okay, good. Oopsie. Oh, that kind of looks like a cat, doesn't it? A little cat head. I see cats everywhere. Oh, sticky fingers. that's gonna dry, and we're gonna put this cat on that one. Is that right? I'll do something like that. He's looking at the stream. Pardon me for a second, guys. I gotta get a paper towel to wipe. All right. Hey, there's Allie. Thought you were gonna be a no-show, girl. Welcome. I'm just complaining about the heat. I'm probably talking too much. Definitely sweating too much. Whew. Are you working on something today with me, Allie? It feels nice when I know y'all are working on stuff. Okay. You got stuck on Etsy. What's going on over there in that world? I haven't been on Etsy in I don't know how long. Pretty funny that I forgot water. Let me see. I have water. I just gotta go get it out of the sink here. BRB. Oh, there's water. That'll work. This'll work. Trying to come up with a plan for a painting that's due on Sunday. I believe in you. You got this. So you're looking at Etsy for like inspo? Oh, of course. You're looking at Etsy because you have to do other things, but you're not going to do other things because you're looking at Etsy. I get it. We're not going to use that, so we're going to cut that off. I had to make another card even though I had a card made because of proportions. So winter is going to go on this card, and then Butch is going to go on this new card. Yeah, I like that. Well, Allie, I have no doubt that you're going to come up with something great. You always do. There is a bunch of turkey tail that I'm inspired by right now on this property. Turkey tail is like a mushroom that grows out of dead wood. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to do a little turkey tail doodle on this paper. you need to get it together, well, don't put so much pressure on yourself. I think the idea is going to come to you when you're not trying so hard. That's what happens to me. If I'm like concentrating so hard on it, it eludes me. But then if I like chill and go do something else, I'll be in the shower. I'll be like, oh my God, that's it. Breakthrough. Maybe that'll work. I should keep this down because this mat needs to be cleaned, and I'm rubbing old melted wax things on the back. So I need to keep this paper down here. I've seen lots of hummingbirds come to the feeder lately, and one of them came over and flew and hovered around me. Here I was outside the art bus, and the hummingbird feeder is probably 30 feet away, and that little bird flew over and like hovered around me, and I couldn't help but think that that might be the little guy that I saved. I have no idea if it was, but that's what I'm telling myself anyways. He was coming over and going, hey, I remember you. Thanks. That's what I choose to believe anyways. He's living his best life. Oops. It's not working, so stop picking at it. I think if you would have told me in March or April, whenever I started these cards, that I would still be doing these cards in August, I don't know if I would have believed you. I would have been like, no, I'm going to get those done way before then. But that's okay. It is what it is. Oh, you had a bird fly in your art trailer? That's cool. Did he freak out, or was he like, hey, visiting? You know when a bird flies in and didn't mean to, and it's like, how do I get out of here? Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. Was it like that, or was it like, hi Allie, what you making? Like a Cinderella story. Zooids. I don't know what that means. Rip, hole punch, or what is it called? Corner punch. It's not really dead, but it's just not revived yet. I haven't spent time doing that. I kind of keep forgetting about it. It's so little. Maybe if I stick it right here, I'll remember. I don't know if I can salvage it or not, but I haven't tried yet. I think I gunk it up too when I do this kind of thing, and then I don't wait for things to dry, and then the glue and stuff gets in the hole punch. So it's probably user error. Zoomies! You okay, girl? Y'all, I'm gonna cave, and I'm gonna turn the air on. I apologize in advance for any humming sounds, but I have reached my limit of tolerability for this. I think Kenzie is hot too. You hot, girl? Yeah, let me turn the air on, honey. There we go. I'll be right there, everybody. Hang in there with me 2 seconds. I gotta close the other door. Stay. Stay here, honey. Keep an eye on me. We're gonna get cooler, okay? It's happening. Whew. All right. Ouch. Electricity to the rescue. Or air conditioning to the rescue. Are y'all still here? You didn't leave, did you? It got too hot. I tried. I really did. But yeah, we're done with that. Let's see. All right, like that. It'd be cool if I could have like some type of sound speaker that replays the creek sound in here. I don't know if that's a thing, but it takes the sound from outside and brings it in. I was trying to hang in there. This is the better paper that I've been looking for. Too much water on this guy, it's starting to wrinkle up. That's one thing about this vellum paper, if it gets too wet. So we're gonna let that be for a minute. Move over here to winter. I've been saving these tea bags for my morning tea because this paper is awesome to use in collage and encaustic. So you'll have to let me know if you if you save your tea bags. I have tea bag paper on the way, but I kind of like having the option to, you know, this is just a tiny little piece, but it would fit on a card or something small. But that little thing flowing in the wind there is bugging me. You have to check out the community tab. Caroline is doing some really cool watercolors. Melissa's been doing some really cool gouache paintings and watercolor paintings with ink. And who else? Oh, Allie's been doing like this gel printing cool technique. I can't describe it. But yeah. Yes, I'm gonna try to do that. Put a photograph in a tea bag and seal it up with wax, definitely. Yeah. I did use tissue paper on the encaustic video the other day. And I just sat here and did encaustic for 2 hours and I recorded it. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm gonna throw it up there and see how that goes. So it's unedited. Basically just, I think in an hour break I talk for a minute and then I go back to it. But it was a lot of fun. And I learned a lot. But you know, there's so much more to learn. But it was a fun little way to kind of get going on it. I think I'm gonna do also blue. Might be orange. I haven't done orange with Hunter's Fur. You know it's hot when the cats hesitate on going out. That's been winter lately. He has long hair, so he's like, no thank you, that's too hot. He comes out for a little bit. He's really good about using the bathroom outside. So if I get him out, you know, by 10 or 10:30, then he'll do his business outside, which is nice. Butch, sometimes he'll do it outside, but not every time. Done any paper dyeing? I don't think so. Tell me about that. I'm always interested in learning new things. It's funny to see orange on. I've never done orange on winter before. that down. Paper dyeing. I want to look that up. I need a little dedicated idea notebook so I don't lose my ideas and your ideas. In this case, it's your idea. Let's see if I can get this notebook without causing total chaos. Okay. Winters pink. Nope, not pulling it up. It's just going to be wrinkled. That's okay. Paper dyeing, Purple Fuzzy says, I watched some makers but have made homemade paper. It was with fabric and a machine that pulverized the fabric, and we used a decal screen and pulled the pulp out and laid it onto the board. That's fun. I have paper egg cartons that I want to create pulp out of to remake paper. Allie says tonight they are pulling tickets for winners of the paintings at the art raffle. Each painting has a little bucket underneath for tickets. It's fun to see who wins the art you did. Oh, I love it. You have some pieces that you got some tickets for, huh? Oh, well, how we have to share that in the community. I wish there was, I love where I live and I love the peace and the nature, and I do wish there was more creative things in the area. But it's not the case right now. Last week, my friend was supposed to come and we were going to work on furniture making, but that got delayed, so now it's supposed to be this week. So we're supposed to make some furniture together tomorrow and Tuesday, so I'll keep you posted on that. A little too intense right there for those stripes. They're very subtle. Wash them out a little bit. It's a more subtle butch. He's a big boy. I was looking at the picture of him, I was like, wow, he's really filled out. Okay, so it was fabric made from military uniforms, so the paper was like military color, like greens and browns and stuff, like nature-y looking. That sounds cool. Last year you won an amazing piece. I love that. That's really cool. I'm glad that you have that in your area. You should. I hope you'll share the stuff on the community tab so we can all see it. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Or the eye always makes it like come to life. I know it's probably dark over here, but whenever you put an eye on something that doesn't have an eye, it immediately gives it something, doesn't it? Okay. That sounds really cool. Well. Oh, probably really close. Sorry about that. Alright, that works. I'm gonna take a break from art now and go eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna do some work on the property here. And yeah, I hope that you all will join me this week. I have it on the calendar. It's already scheduled. Wednesday, I want to say 5 or 5:30, I'm going to do a live stream. Last week I totally forgot. My bad. It was Thursday morning and I was like, oh yeah, I was going to do that. So I'm going to do it this week. So we're going to have another live stream Wednesday. I think it's 5:30. It's already scheduled on the channel. You can go see under the live tab that it's already scheduled. So we are going to do that. What else? Oh, if you're interested in coming here in the fall, I have a little art retreat thing I'm putting together. And you can send me an email at natsilverart@gmail.com and I'll send you the details. Alternatively, there'll be a link to a form under this video after I get off that you can click on if you're interested. And I'm uploading on Saturdays now, which I like. I still do the video, I get the video ready like I used to on Thursdays, but I like having the extra day to think about things and process and decide, you know, if I'm tweaking anything or if I'm adding anything or if I'm you know, any ideas come out. It gives me a little bit of breathing room, and it feels nice. So yeah, Saturday will be another new video, and then we'll have another live stream next Sunday. And maybe my new camera will be here, and we'll try that out and see how that goes. I don't know. I need to see if that does a live stream thing. I didn't really get it for that, so I'm okay with it if it doesn't. But it could record while I do the live stream, which might be fun. Oh my gosh, Caroline, you're very late. I talked about you. I noticed you weren't there. You know, you get used to seeing all the names. The more you come, the more I remember, you know, and of course, we go way back, but, I mean, way back till whenever that was, 2 years maybe? But, yeah, I was missing you. So, you caught me at the very end. I was just talking about the week, and I'm not going to forget Wednesday this week. I know you and Allie were both aware, maybe Melissa too, that I didn't do Wednesday, and I appreciate you being ready for it. But it's going to happen this week. I have it already scheduled. So, you know, I was talking to my son in Florida and about you all yesterday, and I just want to say, without trying to get too emotional here, I appreciate you. You guys make it this fun. You make this something I look forward to, and I feel grateful to be. I feel like I'm in a creative community with you guys, and that feels so good. So, yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of the week, and if you're having a day off, I hope you enjoy the rest of it, and we will talk soon.